Alright all, welcome back to Shaving with Peg Leg. Hope you just saw my my unboxing video I put up. I was going to do a quick unboxing and shave, and it went almost 8 minutes, so I said to hell with it, I'm going to just start the shave video myself. Thank you all for being here. Thanks to the new subscribers, I appreciate it. We're getting close to 300. We hit 300, I'll do another gift card. Okay, another giveaway. Don't forget the affiliate link. When it hits 25, I take that money and I buy a gift card to the razor company and give it back to you guys. Alright, today's face shave. I'm skipping my most aggressive razor because I'm going to do that shave on Friday after I've had a few more days of growth, because that sucker's really aggressive, and what I've got on my face now is not even a challenge for it. So we're going to give it a few days. Oops. And then we'll go to the beast. That's what I call it. Yaki does not call it the beast. I do. This is massive aggressive. This is the Knight's helmet. This has over 1 millimeter. It's like 1.75 millimeter blade gap. So it needs some hair to cut. Okay. Anyways, we're going to use one of my favorite razors, the Raka. Raka. Nice handle. Dual base plate. This is the open comb. I'm going to do the first pass with the open comb. Second, third passes I'll use the closed comb. And touch and finish. Alright, put that back in the hot water. Anyways, today's soap. They don't make a splash, unfortunately. So my splash today, closest thing I have to the soap is Florida water. Caties bubbles. Or Gris. I guess. You pronounce it. Okay? It's a fresh, clean scent suited for a gray day. It is a light, fresh scent. You know what this reminds me of? And I hate to say it this way, but this reminds me of the bath soap my mom used to use on me when I was a kid. Or she gave me to use when I was a kid, I should say. That's what it reminds me of. It smells like a fresh, clean soap. Nothing wrong with that. It's just not what I was really expecting. But I was going through their list of soaps on. I got some in the bowl, my yak horn bowl. I don't know how much Caties bubbles to use to get a good lather, so I went with that amount, which is probably way more than I need. Just using 22 millimeter black plastic injection molded handle, black tip synthetic. Need more water. Now I'm getting air bubbles, but that's because it's just a lot of water beginning. It's not even getting to lather point yet. It's starting. It's making a good lather, or it's going to make a good lather. I can tell that already. Yeah, that was way too much soap. I didn't need that much. Some of that's going to be scraped out when I'm done and put back in the tub. Alright, now I want my spray bottle for water because I want to be able to control a little bit more, have a little more control of how much water I put into it. I normally just drip from the cup, but I don't want that much water in here right now. August 16th, 1858. Do you know what happened on that date? Today, a lot of things happened on this day. Gold was found in the Yukon. Elvis Presley died in Graceland at his mansion in Tennessee. Lots of things actually happened on this date. But what I was looking at was the first successful transatlantic telegraph cable was finished, and the first official message was sent, like on the 16th. 2,226 miles of cable they laid in 1858. That's a lot of cable. 7 strands of cable of copper wire, twisted and wrapped inside. I can't remember the name of it, and I can't even pronounce what they used. It's like a waterproof coating, and then wrapped again in tar-covered hemp rope to keep it all together. And they had 2 companies. Damn it, I forgot their names. Let me see if I got it close. It was 2 companies in England. Come on. It was the Glass, Elliott and Company of Greenwich and the R.S. Newell and Company of Birkenhead made the cable, because not one company was big enough to make that much cable. Alright, so they had to use 2 companies. They never specified to the 2 companies which direction the twist had to be in the cables. So they both made cable twisted in opposite directions. And you cannot splice them together because one will become completely unraveled if you do so. So they had to build a wooden box to put it in and enclose it and trap it to keep the cables from coming unraveled. But anyways, this was a joint project between the United States company or office and the British office of the Atlantic Telegraph Company of Great Britain. And they enlisted the United States government and the British government for help. They needed ships to transport the cable across the Atlantic. The U.S. donated the USS Niagara Falls, or Niagara, excuse me, not Niagara Falls, Niagara. And the British government donated the HMS Amendment, who was the Greek king that invaded Troy. That's what the ship was named after. Okay, we got a nice, super nice lather. I think I'm gonna get a face wash after this too. Soap, good soap. So the first try to lay the cable, they got out laying the cable, and it broke. And they had to recover the cable, fix it, and start laying it again. They went, I think that was after 30 miles. They went, I think it was another 15, and it broke again. Now this cable, mind you, weighed 1.1 tons per mile. And they had to go 2,226 miles with the cable. It's a lot of tonnage. But they needed to divide it between 2 ships because, like I said, because you couldn't have that much cable on one ship. It would flip and sink. So there's our lather. when they got to the halfway point, they'd splice the two cables together and the other ship would continue laying the cable. But the device they had, the problem they were having was the cable was breaking under tension because the device they were using to lay out the cable, you got ships bouncing up and down in waves, they're moving, and everything. A lot of timing involved. You don't want to lay too much in one spot because then it just builds up in one spot. It's like a coil. And you can't keep it too tight because it would break. And sometimes that's what would happen. The ship would get going too far for the device to lay the cable out and it would break. Wow, this stuff is taking some water. It's feeling, it's not pasty, it just feels pasty on the base. Holy crap. This is soapy stuff. Okay. The blade today is a big chrome platinum. Third use in the Raka with the open comb plate for the first pass. Always in my ears. Always. So anyways, they went another 30 miles and it broke. And they got to 300 miles and the cable broke again. But where it broke was on what they now call telegraph plateau, which is at a depth of 10,500 feet. And they could not retrieve the cable to repair it. So they called an end to the cable laying for the year. All right, I'm sorry, that was in 1857. They started that. They came back the next year and they had to lay new cable. Sorry, I'm changing the base plate on this razor. And they had to lay a new cable because they broke it. They couldn't recover it. So they started off again. To lay cable. And it broke again. You're dealing with a lot of factors here. One second, guys. My washer got stuck in the hole and was wet and wouldn't come out. I had to pluck it out with tweezers. Alright. So it broke again. Anyways, they finally get to the midway point, splice the two cables together, box them up so that they don't unravel. There we go. Box them up so they don't unravel. And the USS Niagara starts taking off for, alright, they started in Ireland and they went to Newfoundland with a cable. So it starts taking off towards Newfoundland. And the HMS Armageddon heads back towards Ireland. Its job's done. It's out of cable. So, they finally get it to Newfoundland on the 4th. They finally get there on the 4th, and they get it hooked up between the 4th and the 16th. They get it hooked up to the cable house near the shore. And they send a couple of test messages over this cable, 2,226 miles back to Ireland. They send a message. Well, wait. They sent the message from Ireland. They did a couple test messages, little quick things. They sent a message from Ireland to Newfoundland. And the message was, Directors of Atlantic Telegraph Company, Great Britain, to directors in America, Europe and America are united by telegraph. Glory to God in the highest. On earth, peace, goodwill towards men. That was the first official message sent through the transatlantic telegraph. And it was slow. Across the grain. With the Raka. What I like about this razor so much, guys, and what you will too if you're still working, is like I said, with this razor, if you work and you have to shave every day for work, you use this base plate. Close comb. And a lot of guys, and I was this way, on my days off, usually with you guys it's weekends, my days off were Tuesday, Wednesday. You don't shave. You relax, chill out. You don't, unless you're going somewhere specific, you don't shave. Unless you're going to a party or a meeting of friends or something. You don't. If you're just golfing, working in the yard, shit, you don't shave on the weekend. But when Monday rolls around and you got to shave to go back to work, since you've got 2 days of good growth, you put in the open comb. Shave with that the first day, the first time, to get rid of all that growth from 2 days of not shaving, and then the rest of the week you shave with the closed comb, because you're shaving every day. That's why I like that razor. Plus, it's like, I don't know how much it is now. I paid less than $17 for it, I think it was, on Amazon. So, good looking razor, gives you a really good shave. Really good, especially with the right blade in it. So, anyways, the second official message sent to the transatlantic telegraph was by Queen Victoria to James, I almost said Elizabeth. She's not that old. From Queen Victoria to James Buchanan, President of the United States. She sent a 98-word message through the telegraph. Well, she didn't do it. She had it written out, and a little guy going did it. Telegraph operator did it. So anyways, 98 words. You know how long 98 words take to cross 2,226 miles of cable under ocean? 16 hours. Yes, 16 hours. 16 hours for 980 words. But just think though, they had the ability to do that in the 1850s. It took them 4 years to make cable, make the devices to reel the cable out, to hold it on the ship, to figure out all the logistics, and to lay the cable was a 4-year project. From 1854 to 1858. 4-year project. This razor with this blade combo, I'm good. I'm BBS up here. Oh, I got a lot of slickness. This Caties Bubbles is slick. Wish they made a splash though. I got just a wee bit right here. That's on me. I didn't come in close enough. And just a wee bit right there. So. Tell you what though, this is lighting my skin up. It's making me sting. And it's not because, it's just because it's soap. Do this area here. Get rid of my stragglers. I usually do that with a disposable. And just dry shave and just get rid of them, but might as well. Can you hear it? This blade's singing. Singing to me. Good to go. BBS right now. Okay. I got all this left. And all that. Let this overwash. Don't waste your soap, guys. Don't waste your soap. I look like I took a cream pie to the face. No, I did not say that. No. From a fucking elephant, maybe. Anyways. Oh, yes, I say stupid shit all the time. Don't worry about it. Stupidest thing I ever said was I do. Anyways, yeah, if Buchanan sent back another message. His was like 52 words long. It didn't take as long to get there. But the problem was, I mean, it's just a long distance for the electricity, which is what a Morse code signal is electricity, to travel that far. And through that much cable. But that cable ceased to function after 3 weeks. And in 1859, they had to lay another one because they tried several times to fix it from land. Of course, they had no idea what was wrong with it. One guy, Whitehouse, who was part of the project that got it started and was one of the engineers, who was a doctor, was not formally trained in electrical anything. His was all practical experience on what he assumed that the reason the signal was taking so long to cross the Atlantic is it didn't have enough power. So he wanted to increase the power, pump more power through the line, and then it would go faster. Well, he did that. And shortly after, it stopped working. Guess that's what happens. He overjuiced it. Gentleman John Allen Block, I always use. He overjuiced it, and it ceased to work shortly after. He made something weak. Alright, I'm getting absolutely nothing on my face with this. I'm getting about a 1 to 1.5 on my neck. Yeah, he overjuiced the line and it stopped working. And they had to lay another cable. But 2,226 miles. That's a lot of damn cable. At 1.1 tons per mile. That's a lot of cable. Witch hazel, Walgreens, cheap shit. I think it was $3.59 a bottle. I've got, is it Dickinson's witch hazel up there behind me? You can see the two bottles in the back behind the rose scented Walgreens. I bought all my witch hazel at the same time. These were like $3.59 a bottle for the two. They had that one on sale, buy one get one free. So I said, you know, and they only had 2 bottles, so I took both of them. All right, Florida Water aftershave. This is the closest thing I have to scent to that soap. Alright, you guys remember when I did the Shannon's dark roast, right? And I didn't do any after post-shave routine with that because I didn't want to ruin that smell because I loved it so much. That scent lasted on my skin from the soap without doing a post-shave on it. That scent lasted for 16 hours. It was not strong at 16 hours, but I could still smell it. That's how good it was. And I've got this, which will kind of go with this, but not. But this is the one I thought of when I smelled the soap. Is Lamel from Jean Paul Gaultier. I still need to order the La Perfume for the my La Mafioso soap because that's what it's based on, and I still need to order that, and I'll probably do that this coming month. But I've had this for a while. This usually sits in my bedroom, and I usually every morning when I give up I get a of that just for the day. As I'm walking by it on the way out the door, I just and I'm done. And I got something to smell instead of the smell of icky sleep on me. Anyways, guys, this was my cannot be ignored razor. Comes with 2 plates, open comb and closed comb. It's under $17. This razor, seriously, if you need one razor, this is it. This is the one razor that you can get away with. You've got aggressive and mild in the same razor. Great shaver, really is. It gave me BBS. All right, well, I'm at 30 minutes on this. I gotta go. All right, sorry to take up all of your time. I appreciate you being here. Don't forget the affiliate link. Thanks for all the new people. We get to 300. I do another gift card for you guys. Okay, thank you very much for being here. Enough of the babbling fat guy in the camera. You're in the chair next. Happy shaves out there, guys.